Hello and welcome back to Crypto Nerd. My name is AJ, here to bring you this cryptocurrency video. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Bitcoin charts and some potential bullish news in the immediate short term for Bitcoin. We're also going to be taking a look at the price of Ethereum, which is having a nice recovery to the upside. So if that sounds interesting to you, then please smash a like, subscribe and share this video so we can grow this channel together. And without any further ado, let's jump straight on into the charts. Jumping straight on into the Bitcoin charts then, taking a look at the head and shoulders pattern on the daily chart, which I've been showing you for almost 2 weeks now. And you can see that yesterday we were testing the neckline of this head and shoulders pattern. However, we haven't had a close below it or on the neckline yet. And there are two things that could happen if we were to see Bitcoin come down to the neckline. We are $2,000 off the neckline. However, if we were to come down to the neckline, we could either break the neckline, which would give us a target of approximately $32,000, or we could see Bitcoin in fact come down to the neckline and get a nice bounce, which would be very bullish news for Bitcoin, because ultimately the neckline of a head and shoulders pattern is actually support. As you can see, back here we were supported and here we were supported. So there is a chance that we could see the price of Bitcoin actually get a nice bounce off this level, which would be very bullish news for Bitcoin. However, if we were to see Bitcoin in fact break down out of this out of the neckline of the head and shoulders pattern, then it would be very bearish news for Bitcoin, because we could potentially see Bitcoin coming all the way back down to those $30,000 levels. The target is $32,000. And it's not good. It's not good news for Bitcoin if we were to see Bitcoin break this neckline. So I am hoping if Bitcoin does come down to test the neckline, that we do see a nice bounce off the neckline, because as I said, it will be very bullish news for Bitcoin. Also, moving on to the megaphone pattern, you can see that we are coming to the bottom of the megaphone pattern, and if we were to break down below the megaphone pattern, that would be bearish news. We do in fact want to see Bitcoin coming up to the top of the megaphone pattern and potentially breaking up out of the megaphone pattern. That would be very, very bullish news for Bitcoin. And as you can see here, it did look like Bitcoin wanted to see the price come all the way to the top of the megaphone pattern and potentially break up out of this, reaching those new all-time highs. However, we have had this massive dump when Elon Musk tweeted about Tesla not accepting Bitcoin as a payment for Teslas anymore. So that is partly the reason for this massive crash in the price of Bitcoin. So we've just got to hope now that we can see a nice reversal in the price of Bitcoin, testing this VPVR level again in the middle of the megaphone pattern. And if we can break back above that level again, then we can trade very bullishly again. Moving on to the bullish news you want to hear about Bitcoin, and that is in fact that we are seeing bullish divergences on the RSI. So you can see on the 4-hour chart, starting off with the 4-hour, you can see that we are seeing these lower lows in the price of Bitcoin. However, on the RSI, we are seeing these higher highs. You can see it, these white lines here, and that is what we call a bullish divergence, and that's on the 4-hour. If we take a look at the 1 hour, you can also see I have circled the lower lows on the Bitcoin candlestick chart, and then on the RSI you can see those higher highs, and that is again bullish news for Bitcoin. And on the 2 hour, you can see the lower lows here and the higher highs on the RSI. And in fact, it is very bullish news for Bitcoin if we're seeing this bullish divergence. However, because it is on a shorter time frame, it might not be as effective as it would be on the daily chart. And you can see on the daily we aren't forming a bullish divergence at all. So as I say, it is only bullish news in the immediate short term, because we are seeing those bullish divergences on the shorter time frames. So the question is now, how high can these bullish divergences take Bitcoin up to? Can we break back above these levels that we are broken down out of? So this one here, we broke down out of this this rising wedge, which we in fact traded. You see my price target down here was hit perfectly. So if we can come back and test the bottom of this wedge, that would be bullish news for Bitcoin if we could get back above it. So that is the question now. How high can these bullish divergences take Bitcoin? We are moving fairly slow at the moment, but we are ultimately seeing that price action towards the upside. So we've got to hope that we can see even more price action towards the upside to see a nice recovery in the price of Bitcoin. Moving swiftly on to the price of Ethereum then, which is currently doing a lot better at recovering from the dump than Bitcoin is. You can see that Ethereum has been recovering extremely well, and we in fact did break this trend. However, you can see this trend that I've drawn here of Ethereum creating these higher highs and lower highs, which was very bullish news for Bitcoin. However, we did break that trend because you can see we were getting lower lows here. Ultimately, is there a bullish divergence on the Ethereum charts? Yes, there is. Like on the Bitcoin charts, you can see that we are seeing a slight bullish divergence on the hourly chart, which is again bullish news for Ethereum. Sorry, and you can see that Ethereum is having that nice price action to the upside. So this bullish divergence is playing out very well. And you can see on the RSI we haven't got overbought yet, so there is a lot more room for Ethereum to grow to the upside, to pump to the upside. We could see a slight pullback now, or a slight period of consolidation, because we are getting overbought over on the Stoch RSI and the Stoch down here. However, ultimately, I do think that Ethereum can keep recovering nicely from this initial dump. That's going to be all for today's video then. We just got to hope that Bitcoin, these bullish divergences on the Bitcoin charts do play out like they are on the Ethereum charts. So if you enjoyed this video, then please smash a like, subscribe and share this video so we can grow this channel together. Thank you.